Have you ever felt it? That crushing weight in your chest, the hollowness that echoes through your very being, the chilling realization that something vital has been irrevocably lost? Heartbreak. It's a word we toss around casually, but its true form is a specter that haunts the edges of our most profound connections. It's more than just sadness. It's an unraveling, a dismantling of the self we painstakingly constructed within the shared space of love. We've all been told that time heals all wounds, that there are plenty of fish in the sea, that we should just move on. But what if the pain lingers, a constant, dull ache that defies the platitudes and refuses to fade? What if it feels different, deeper, almost primal? Perhaps it's because heartbreak isn't merely an emotional inconvenience. Perhaps it's a brush with something far more profound, a glimpse into the hidden architecture of the human psyche and the unseen forces that bind us together and tear us apart. We speak of broken hearts, but what if the heart, in its symbolic weight, is just the visible manifestation of a deeper wound, a severance at the very core of our energetic being? Think about it. The obsessive thoughts, the relentless replay of memories, the phantom touches, the visceral sense of absence. These aren't simply symptoms of grief. They're echoes of a connection that transcended the physical realm, a bond forged in the crucible of shared vulnerabilities and unspoken promises. What if the intensity of heartbreak is directly proportional to the depth of the energetic exchange? What if the pain we feel is a reflection of the vital life force that once flowed freely between two souls, now abruptly dammed, leaving us stranded in a desolate landscape of longing? Tonight, we delve into the forbidden chambers of the heart, exploring the science of heartbreak not through the sterile lens of clinical psychology, but through the veiled wisdom of ancient mysteries and the unsettling truths whispered by the unconscious mind. We will explore the psychological underpinnings of this seemingly universal phenomenon, intertwining it with a darker, more esoteric understanding of human connection. Forget the self-help mantras and the empty promises of quick fixes. We are embarking on a journey into the shadows, a quest to understand why heartbreak feels so much like death, and what secrets it holds about the nature of love, loss, and the hidden energies that shape our destinies. Are you ready to confront the darkness and uncover the truth that lies buried beneath the surface of your pain? Because the answer, my friend, is not what you expect. The initial shock subsides, replaced by a gnawing emptiness. But what fuels this persistent ache? Let's peer into the labyrinth of the unconscious, where childhood wounds and ancestral echoes intertwine to shape our relational patterns. Could it be that heartbreak dredges up the primal fear of abandonment, a terror etched into our very DNA for millennia when isolation meant certain death? Consider the intricate dance of attachment styles, those invisible scripts we learned in our earliest relationships. An anxiously attached individual, perpetually seeking validation and fearing rejection, may experience heartbreak as a catastrophic confirmation of their deepest insecurities. The avoidant type, who learn to suppress their needs and maintain emotional distance, might paradoxically find themselves drawn back to the pain, a strange familiarity in the chaos, a subconscious reenactment of their core wound. Conversely, someone with a secure attachment style, while not immune to the pangs of sorrow, possesses a resilience, an inner knowing that they are fundamentally worthy of love and connection, even in the face of loss. Beyond our individual histories, there are also the archetypes, those universal patterns of behavior and experience that Carl Jung spoke of. The anima and animus, the inner feminine and masculine, can become projected onto our partners. When the relationship dissolves, it's not just the loss of an individual, but the shattering of an idealized image, a fragment of our own psyche torn away. Furthermore, the shadow, that repository of repressed desires and unacceptable aspects of the self, often finds its reflection in our significant others. Heartbreak, then, can force us to confront these disowned parts, demanding integration and a deeper understanding of our totality. Observe how synchronicity, those seemingly chance encounters imbued with profound meaning, often punctuates the early stages of a relationship. These moments, perceived as signs of destiny, reinforce the belief that this connection is somehow special, ordained by fate. When the relationship ends, the absence of synchronicity can feel deafening, a further confirmation that the universe has withdrawn its blessing. It's essential to acknowledge that our perception of time becomes warped in the throes of heartbreak. The past is idealized, the future bleak. The present is a torment. This distorted perspective can amplify the pain, making it feel interminable. However, remember that this too shall pass. The linear progression of time, while seemingly suspended, will eventually resume its course, carrying you forward, albeit scarred, but also wiser. Now, consider how this applies when you face the temptation to endlessly ruminate on what went wrong, recognizing it as a symptom of a deeper psychological process at play. The key is to gently redirect your focus to the present moment, anchoring yourself in tangible reality, reclaiming your agency in the face of overwhelming despair. Reflecting on this journey so far, we begin to perceive heartbreak not as a singular event, but as a complex tapestry woven from threads of personal history, unconscious patterns, and the echoes of something far older. It's as if we've been navigating a darkened forest, each tree representing a different facet of the experience. Attachment styles, archetypal projections, the haunting specter of synchronicity lost. And now, emerging from the dense undergrowth, we glimpse a clearing, a space where the disparate elements converge to reveal a more profound understanding. Consider the heart not as a fragile organ, easily shattered, but as a crucible, forged in the fires of love and loss. Within its depths, emotions churn and transform, alchemizing pain into wisdom and sorrow into resilience. The intensity of heartbreak, then, is not a measure of weakness, but a testament to the depth of our capacity to connect, to open ourselves to the vulnerability inherent in human relationships. It signals that we dared to venture beyond the superficial, to risk the potential for pain in pursuit of something truly meaningful. Perhaps the true tragedy of heartbreak lies not in the loss of the other person, but in the loss of the self we believed we were within that connection. The shared dreams, the intertwined identities, the carefully constructed narratives, all unravel, leaving us adrift in a sea of uncertainty. Yet, within this very unraveling lies the opportunity for profound transformation. It is an invitation to redefine ourselves, to reclaim the fragments of our being that were once interwoven with another, and to forge a new identity, one that is stronger, more authentic, and more aligned with our true essence. Drawing these strands together, we see that the path through heartbreak is not one of avoidance or suppression, but of courageous self-exploration. It requires us to delve into the shadows, to confront the disowned parts of ourselves, and to integrate them into a more complete and harmonious whole. It demands that we release the idealized images we projected onto our partners, and to embrace the messy, imperfect reality of human relationships. It calls us to cultivate self-compassion, to treat ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer a dear friend in pain. In light of these insights, the path forward becomes clearer, not as a linear progression towards some predetermined destination, but as a spiraling journey of growth and self-discovery. Each cycle of heartbreak, while undeniably painful, offers the potential to ascend to a higher level of awareness, to deepen our understanding of ourselves and our capacity for love, and to emerge from the darkness with a renewed sense of purpose and direction. It is a reminder that even in the face of profound loss, the human spirit possesses an extraordinary capacity to heal, to adapt, and to ultimately, to thrive. Perhaps the most challenging aspect of heartbreak is recognizing that it's not a deviation from the path of love, but an integral part of it. We often imagine love as a seamless, unbroken thread, a continuous tapestry of joy and connection. But the truth is that love, in its most profound form, is forged in the crucible of vulnerability, and vulnerability inevitably invites the possibility of pain. To love deeply is to risk heartbreak. To shield ourselves from the potential for loss is to simultaneously diminish our capacity for profound connection. Think of the alchemists of old, seeking to transmute base metals into gold. They understood that the process required intense heat, the breaking down of existing structures to create something new and more valuable. Heartbreak, in its own way, is a form of alchemical transformation. It strips us bare, forcing us to confront our deepest fears and insecurities. It burns away the illusions we hold about ourselves and our relationships, leaving us with a raw, unvarnished truth. And it is in this very process of dismantling that we find the potential for growth, for healing, and for a more authentic expression of ourselves. The journey through heartbreak, therefore, is not about finding a way to avoid pain, but about learning how to navigate it with grace and resilience. It's about developing the capacity to hold space for our emotions, to acknowledge their validity without allowing them to define us. It's about cultivating self-compassion, treating ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer a beloved friend in distress. And it's about recognizing that even in the darkest of moments, we are not alone. We are connected to a vast web of human experience, a shared tapestry of love and loss that binds us together. Perhaps the greatest lesson heartbreak offers is that we are not defined by our relationships, but by our capacity to love. The love we give, the love we receive, the love we nurture within ourselves. These are the things that truly matter. And even when a relationship ends, the love that was shared remains, a testament to the beauty and fragility of the human heart. So, as you navigate the labyrinth of your own heartbreak, remember that you are not broken, but being broken open. You are not diminished, but being expanded. You are not lost, but being guided towards a deeper understanding of yourself and your capacity for love. Embrace the pain, for it is a messenger bearing wisdom. Trust the process, for it is leading you towards healing. And know that even in the midst of darkness, the light of your own being shines brightly, illuminating the path forward. The true practice begins now, not in escaping the ache, but in listening to the whispers of your own heart, for they hold the secrets to your healing and your wholeness. And in the silent chambers of your soul, remember this: the phoenix rises not in spite of the ashes, but because of them.